Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, okay. I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is this complication is creating powerful opportunities. Uh, you know, I just had to drink some of the savagery down. Because I I'm trying to deliver this message with minimal levels of quantifiable savagery. Hmm. Let's get started. How are you guys doing, by the way? So there's a complication. It's probably going to irritate you or has been irritating you. If it's something that's already occurred, it's probably something that you're just like, ew. And it's all good though. It's all good because where did I put my phone? I don't even need it. What do you need your phone for? Um oh well. Oh well. I don't know where I put my phone, but I felt like there was something that came in. I don't know. I don't know. It's going to have to wait. Okay. So, complication. It's annoying. Complications are annoying. Let's face it. It's all good though. Everything's going to be perfectly fine. We're going to go through the details of exactly how you are going to go ahead and just hack this. You know what I'm saying? You're not only are you going to get through it, you are going to position yourself in such a way that will cause this complication to be the launching pad for the next part of whatever it is you're going to do. Okay? It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I don't know why I don't know why I laugh, but it's going to be good. Promise, promise. Um let's get started. No, I don't want to pull any more cards. Michael says, don't you want to pull? No, I don't. I have to get ready for class. No, I don't. All right. Why do you keep bringing up my phone? Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Let me check my email. I don't know. I don't know. Michael keeps bringing up my phone. No, well, we'll have to check it when we're done. Okay. Ooh, okay. All right. Oof. Oh my god. Okay, we're still gonna make this good. We're still gonna make this good. It's making my baby hairs fro out already. It's okay. We're gonna make this something really, really good. Okay, promise. So, dedication. You have to stay dedicated to whatever process that you're in. Okay, Mr. Felix. We have to stay dedicated to whatever process that we're in. Um, and in order to be dedicated to something, you have to first know what it is you're dedicating yourself to, like what you're supposed to do and all of that, right? You're going through these cycles, whatever these cycles are, they really add to this feeling, this sense of, things are becoming complicated, that hiccups are rising up from the deep, and that you're going to need to address this. Address it. What are you so scared of about addressing things? I know before I used to be super scared about addressing things. But I mean, you just got to sometimes, you know? Sometimes you just got to, and when you finally do, then everything kind of just pans out and you're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I made that bigger than what it actually is," because that's kind of what you're doing. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you know that is you're making it bigger than it actually is, and it is becoming something that's very, very heavy on you. But here's the thing also. Sometimes you get accustomed to lifting a specific load, a specific amount of stress, all of that stuff. And you get accustomed to it and it's no big deal. And then life will add more weights onto that bar, onto that load pad, right? Yeah, it's a little bit challenging at first, but eventually you get accustomed to that weight as well. And that's actually how you build your strength, your stamina, as well as encourage hypertrophy, growth. Um, you've been going through quite a bit. I know for many of us, we've been going through a lot. uh, it's true. For many of us, we've been going through a lot. We've been going through it silently. We haven't really been sharing with other people because we feel like no one wants to hear this and yada, yada, yada. I mean, I don't know if people want to hear it or not. You know, some people don't, some people probably do. But here's the thing, just because you've been going through it alone does not suddenly make it as though you aren't going through anything. Just because you're very, very good at, hiding things from everyone who claims to love you, but never really actually goes out of their way to make sure that you're okay. Um, yeah, it doesn't suddenly make things invalid. It doesn't invalidate it to the degree that you are not experiencing hardship, right? And here's another thing that you need to consider. Sometimes you have to remind yourself that you are so effing good at pretending everything is okay. And so the people who do love you and who genuinely care, they believe that because they don't think you're a liar. So, how are they going to assume that you are not okay if everything you say and do indicates that you are, and they believe you, right? So, no, we're not gonna go ahead and feel like nobody loves us. There are people who love you. Knock it off. There are. There are people who love you. And if they were given the opportunity to have the honor of knowing what's actually going on in your life, they would go out of their way to assist. Okay. So, now that we've established that there's cycles, there's internal things going on, that's part of the complication that's occurring, we have to begin recognizing that all of those processes, although they are organic and natural, and however else you want to frame it, it blocks your manifestation pathways. It just does. It blocks the pathways that allow you to manifest things. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. I'm feeling a stank energy. Let me just. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Okay. Jesus, can you just take the wheel? Because I'm getting agitated by this frequency. Hmm. What it is, yo? What's up? Good girl needs a little love. Oh, it's irritating. This energy is so irritating. I don't even want to know who it is. I don't think it's any of you in my community. It feels like it's an interloper, a blasphemer. Is nasty. Is nasty. Okay. I'm in this space, and maybe some of you are in this space as well, where you're really going out of your way to try and make sure that you are not allowing yourself to be reactive, right? Mm. That's where I'm at. I'm trying my darn diddly doodliest to not be a reactive person. That's okay. That's okay to acknowledge that sometimes you have these struggles to not accept invitations to revert back to a space of, you know, I've got to get away. I've got to run away from the pain you drive into the heart of me. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Carrying forward. um so the manifestation is getting messed up, right? That's okay. We're going to correct that. Banishment and hex. You tried to push something away, but it didn't work. Two things. For some of you, you need to try again to push it away and keep it away. Like, some people just need to be high fived in the face with a metal chair. Okay. Some people need to just, like, drive them away with like a 20-foot pole. Poke them away. Can't keep them away from you. For others, you got to stop pushing away the very thing that your life keeps trying to bring to you. Right. I was talking to someone super special to me recently, and I was like, you're not going to get what you want until you stop pushing away the very thing that is what you want, but is unrecognized. You know what I'm saying? And it's true for some of us, it's like we get so reactive within ourselves that whenever there's a complication, whenever things don't go smoothly, we're triggered and we feel like, nah, I gotta defend myself, I gotta protect myself, someone's trying to take from me. And sometimes that's true, but oftentimes it's not. So we're gonna have to use some discernment so that we can begin to understand when it is true and when it's not. Right. And if it's not true, then we have to stop building these walls that block the arrival of the very thing we've been waiting for. I mean, what it is, yo, what's up? Spiritual girl needs a little love. We all need love. We all need love. And sometimes we get so wound up within ourselves that the tension that exists inside us is the very thing that keeps, repelling the connections and, circumstance that will help us, right? Oof. Okay. So, for those who are pushing away the very things that you need to allow in, you're not going to get fulfillment. Right? You're not going to get fulfillment until you let that go. Like when I accidentally let this go, I looked at it and it landed face up, right side up. Once you let it go, things will get fulfilled. Your cup will runneth over. Mhm. Mhm. Oh my God, now there's another energy. I'm just There's another energy that I'm picking up on. This one is very tentative. It does not feel nasty. It feels very I don't know. It doesn't feel nasty though, but the person is very tentative. They're not sure if they'll be picked up, if they'll be noticed. I don't know that they want to be noticed. They want to very much respect your space. They want to very much respect your sovereignty, your autonomy. It's a very respectful energy. It's very prominent too. Rule of thumb. If you have that type of energy and you know that you do, stop. You can only be demure and shy for so long before it's annoying. Just like, you know, make your presence known. You know what I'm saying? Just like I guess Michael says, isn't this a form of making their presence known? I suppose. I suppose. I suppose it is. Uh, and personally, it's just I was gonna say something, and Michael goes, "But I thought you said this is not a personal reading, bitch." The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till Michael's gone. Okay, get out of here. Stop talking to me. Okay, I'll leave my opinions to myself. Just know your energy is noticed. It's been noticed. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm not going to scan and try and see your face and your identity because clearly you're afraid of me. Mm, I don't know why you'd be afraid of me. You're probably bigger than me, stronger than me. Oh, you guys, I was such in a dickish mood at the gym earlier today. Forgive my ADHD for bringing this up. I was in such a dickish mood earlier today at the gym. And there's this guy that comes to the gym that is just like, I don't know. I think he's feeling himself. He looks a little bit goofy. I'm saying this from a very neutral space. It's not meant to be derogatory. He just looks goofy. There's no other word to put it. He looks like a grown version of the little boy from Up. It's legit. That's what he looks like, which is fine. He can't help that. But here's the thing. He comes into the gym and is just assholish in his energy. And so I'm on the cable machine, and then there's like, that pull down machine right beside me. We're like inches away from each other. And he looks over, and I've noticed his assholish energy for the past how many times I've been to the gym. And I've seen him be assholish to other ladies. And I'm just like, I wish a motherfucker would. I wish a motherfucker would. And I'm just like, girl, take it on the machines. Leave him alone. He hasn't done it to you. Leave him alone. And then so he sits down in the machine right beside me and he looks over like, who the fuck you making that face at? I stopped my workout. Like that. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm a fraction of your size. I understand this, motherfucker. But you know what I did? Because he had to know where he sits in the pecking order, as seen by moi. I was standing rowing something like 130 pounds. I let my machine go. I just kind of lean over and I look and I'm like, mm, 50 pounds. I was like, uh, mm. And then I went back to rowing. Like, motherfucker, please don't. I am not the vagina owner that you want to compare yourself to, baby boo. As a matter of fact, at which point I'm looking around the gym. Where is my beefcake of a husband? I'm like, where is my husband? This beefy, cakey ass motherfucker. Where is he at? And, he was just nearby. I looks over, I'm like, and then I looked at that guy again and like, not only can I outlive you, baby boo, my husband will fuck you up if you look at me like that another way. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, that's enough. That's holishness today. We just got to keep it moving. We got to keep it moving. And then I kept it moving. I did. I behaved myself. I didn't say anything because I had told myself a few weeks back, if this motherfucker looks at me and tries to say shit to me and doesn't have gym etiquette with me, we're going to have some words. Because I saw him be rude to another woman the last time I worked out, like 2 days ago. I saw him be rude to her to the point where one of the other guys, who she was not there with, was like, "Hey, do you want to just work out on this machine instead?" I was like, "Oh, what a dick!" Mind you, I was all the way on the other side of the gym working on my legs, and they were on the cables all the way on the other side. But I saw that. I saw that, motherfucker. You can't take up 2 machines at one time. And I had it in me. I was working on my hamstrings on. I was like, girl, you got to focus on yourself first. Your hamstrings, your hammies are just not hamming right now. You just got to finish your workout on this hamstring machine so that you can just focus on that. But I had it in me to stop my workout and go to the other machine that he quickly got off of so he could kick the lady off of the other machine, like, because he was trying to use 2 machines. And I was just gonna be like, if he said, "I'm not done," "Oh, that's unfortunate. I have 5 sets to go. I'm sure one of them will be done before me." But then I was like, "No, bitch, stop. Focus on your hammies. They're not hamming lately, so you gotta focus on your hammies." And sometimes that's how you can get yourself to behave, especially if you're reactive like moi. And that's what I have to tell myself. You're not yet done. You're trying to undo the atrophy that occurred, taking a month off because you were trying not to die from COVIDia. So just focus on yourself. As the wise little Miss Rose once said in a viral video, just worry about yourself. So I've been trying to convince myself to just worry about myself, right? But I swear to God, mm, I have intentions, wicked ones at that. At some point, I've got an inkling I will make this male cry. It will be fabulous. He's so dickish to everyone. I hate it. But there's not, I gotta worry about myself. Worry about myself, okay? If you start to allow yourself to just worry about yourself, you will reach a point of fulfillment because your energy is not going to be drained. Oh, I had some petty ass intentions at the gym today. Soon as I saw him walk in, like, this motherfucker, he didn't even he barely walked in. I had to tell myself, stop. He might be going through something serious in life that's causing him to not understand such a negative effect he has on his environment. Stop. Try and be an understanding. That's okay if you're trying to convince yourself not to join in on something so unnecessary for you. But if someone needs to be corrected, someone needs to be corrected. You need to let mofo know sometimes. Sometimes you just need to let a mofo know and be like, hey, you need to back up. You need to back up. Right? Don't let yourself get confused in regards to what you need to speak up about and what you need to just like, I'm just being extra right now. I don't need to do this. I don't need to say anything. And I need to focus on what I am doing. As you do that, you'll begin to enter into a space of luminosity and magic. You know what I'm saying? Luminosity and magic. You'll begin to emanate a lot of this personal power that you've had buried very, very deep within yourself. This complication is creating powerful opportunities. Sometimes the most powerful opportunity that you can have is an opportunity at self regulation, a conscious decision to self regulate. That's what I've been working on. Self regulation, right? Because again, not everybody needs a piece of Emmy. Not everybody can properly digest even just a little nibble off of Emmy because I'd be extra sometimes. So we got to clear out the things that really don't matter. All right. We got to clear that out. We got to make sure that we allow ourselves to reserve enough of our energy, enough of our focus to be able to have the energy and the focus to sweep things out of the house, not just under the rug and have it hidden away. No, no, you want to actually clear it out. So there is a process. I'm kind of not liking it, but we're working on self-regulation, right? We're working on that. There is something that's being initiated, right? And you're going to be aware of what it is. Whatever this is that is being initiated on your behalf by your soul, you're going to be aware of it. You're going to sense it. You're going to you're going to be aware. You're definitely going to be aware, you know? Um you're going to be aware. So, yeah. Um Queen of Hearts. Okay. Here. We've just named this guy Eddie. So, I don't know what his actual name is. One of the things that I've been doing, and it might resonate with someone out there, um, as I've been watching this person um, have basically no gym etiquette, no etiquette, period, appear to have some type of attitude issue, arrogance, all of that, like really negative stuff. I've been telling myself and really just ruminating over this every time I see him that, you know, I don't know what life he lives. Um, he clearly looks very unhealthy. Um, Minimal muscle tone, excess adipose tissue. And I'm not trying to judge him. What I'm trying to do is judge the circumstance. There's a very real potentiality that the reason he's conducting himself in this way is because for the first time in his life, he is making progress with his health and he feels good about it. And he's seeing his body um, give him evidence of the progress he is making with shifting his health, with shifting the ratio between lean muscle and adipose tissue. And bottom line, he's probably feeling good about himself. And maybe he has lived a very long time feeling very badly about himself and being bullied and all of these negative things. This is totally the Piscean in me. And I'm like, give him the space. Give him the space to kind of just work through whatever he might be working through without involving yourself, because girlfriend, you have a way of knowing exactly how to cut a mofo down. Like cut you down. You don't even know what the hell happened. The last thing I want to do is be the reason that someone gives up on their health journey. You're being all serious now. Um, and so that's part of what I've really been contemplating is the reality that we never really know what someone is going through to cause them to be arrogant, to cause them to be very meek and mild and very hidden within themselves. And we really, once we reach a level of awareness of the way we can very powerfully affect our environment and the people within that environment, we are then obligated to try our best to make sure that everything we say and do will not negatively impact a very positive trend that someone is going through that could potentially lead them to greater health, greater balance, and hopefully at some point, um, better attitude, right? That's, that's really where my mind goes once I start getting triggered by him, with just seeing him and his energy and the arrogance and stuff. I really have to pause, take a deep breath, and remind myself of what I just shared with you guys. Like, girl, don't tear him down. This might be the first time in his life that he's been feeling good about himself. I just don't like the rudeness and the way it affects other people. But, I've been seeing him a lot. I mean, I can't say for the days that I don't go to the gym, but I can say for the days that I do, and I often see him show up, and that's a good thing. I don't want to be the reason he no longer shows up for himself, even for a week or two. I don't want to be the reason that someone else feels like they have to modify their day to day plans just to avoid me. Because yes, I can be mean. Fuck yeah, I can. I'm good at it too. If I need to be, I'm fucking good at that shit. I excel at everything I put my mind to. But here's the thing, I never want to intentionally be mean just because I can be, just because I know you can't defend yourself. You're not as witty as me. You don't have the comebacks. You can't, you know what I mean? That's not okay. That's not okay. Now, if you're gonna be assholish to me, game on, bitch. Game fucking on. You found the right play partner. Let's do it. But at the same time, is that all I'm capable of? Is that all you're capable of? Right? Just being a reflection of a lesser consciousness. And it's not to say they're going to stay in a lesser state than you. It's to say that realistically, right now, they are not at the same level of awareness as you. And that makes you the one who is responsible for avoiding unnecessary interactions, avoiding unnecessary hurt feelings, right? That's how I see life and that's how I live life. Like, unless you really make me feel like I got to put you in your place, you know, I mean, yeah, whatever, whatever. As long as you're not going to be outright disrespectful to me consistently, it's just whatever. It's not a big deal. It's just not. It's not enough of a big deal that I need to go out of my way and remove myself from my space of center and internal peace just to be able to show you that I can be a bigger asshole than you, right? I mean, I can be. I can be, but do I want to? Not really. It's just not. It's not something I would be proud of. It's not something that would make me feel like I'm continuing to progress in the right direction. But don't get it twisted. I do have that in me. I have that capacity to do that. And I don't need to be ashamed of that because I realize now, and I hope this helps whoever it needs to help with their self love, self acceptance journey. I realize now when that aspect of my character comes out, it's abso-fucking-lutely necessary. It's necessary. It's necessary. I don't have to be ashamed. I don't have to feel guilty or any of that. It was necessary and it's done with, and that's that. Right. So, part of what I guess I'm tapping into is the energies of the shadow self, needing to do that shadow work. Sometimes the very complications that trigger the shadows to come forward from deep within you are the gifts from soul to help you come to terms with the fact that you are absolutely capable of speaking up for yourself, defending yourself, maintaining your ground, right? I got to share this. So, all of my kids are like super witty. They can go toe to toe with me in my wittiness. And one of my kids was pulling weeds with me outside the other day, and I was just like, he goes, "You okay, mommy?" And I totally was telling him, "Yeah, this makes me very sad. These weeds have a right to live. They're living things. And it makes me sad that we're ripping them out of their home. We're forcing them out of where they chose to be." Yeah. I don't know, maybe there was too much sun on me. And I was like, it just makes me sad. They have a right to exist. They're living beings. And he goes, immediately, he says to me, "Well, mommy, they did choose to exist in a stand your ground state." And it is what it is. I was like, they're not even armed. They don't even have legs to walk and move. And he goes, "It is what it is, mommy. This is a stand your ground state." And it's just unfortunate. They need to make better decisions for where they choose to live. Mm, I guess it's true. I guess it's true. I'm standing my ground. And unfortunately, I'm just more powerful. So we're ripping you out because, you know, you're invasive. You've been classified by the game and wildlife department of this state as invasive, and you must go. My kids be cracking me up. They crack me up hardcore. I was like, you right, you right, you right. Okay. So you're working on the shadow self. As you work on the shadow self, sometimes what happens is that you're not going to walk your truth. You're going to feel very unsure, very unsteady. It's probably even going to trigger some of that guilt and shame that you've lived with for most of your life, right? You've lived with it for most of your life and it's triggering that. It's okay. It's just part of the process. You'll get through it. You'll get through it. Worlds within worlds, but it's in reverse. And what this is telling me at this point is that this entire existence that you've kept hidden inside you, because you have a whole nother personality that you don't let other people see, it's going to be allowed out. It's going to be allowed out. And then this song comes to my head. It's very inspirational. It goes, "Woof, woof. Who let the dogs out? Woof, woof." You know what I'm saying? So you gonna let the hounds of hell out at some point. I think someone needs to hear you correct them. Ooh, mhm. Ooh, yup. I'm working through the trigger of being called a demon. Okay, boo. As someone who's been called a demon quite a few times, one of the most beautiful ways and one of my most favorite ways to respond to that is, "Oh, does that mean you're scared of me? I mean, are you though?" And then they'll kind of get weirded out, right? And then what I'll do is I'll be like, "Mm, God's mad at you, huh? It's because you're so assholish. If you just be a better person, God would still have your back and you wouldn't be scared of demonic people like me. You're scared of me, huh? Am I your karma? Am I going to be the one who makes you see the error of your ways? Is that why God put us side by side right now? Mm, you know how to pray? You should start praying. Start with the Our Father, then move on to the Hail Marys. And once you're done with the Hail Marys, go to the Glory Bees. You might want to even add the Apostles' Creed into that because God doesn't really like you right now. It's probably why you're scared. Probably. And then usually after you've said all that, they have nothing to say. Best case scenario, they'll be like, "You're weird. You're weird." Yeah, I mean, they've already made up your mind that you're demonic, right? Um, might as well play the role. Oh, okay. That's just a fucking bitch. That is. That is. That is just a flat out fucking bitch. I'd say good riddance. I would say good riddance. And I would totally be like, well, thank God we're not cousins. I would hate to think that I have some type of connection to you biologically. Some people are assholes. They are. Some people are just assholes and they serve as a very clear mirror for you to see who you are. You see that you were being, you know, a source of comfort. You were trying to be a good person. That's all you need to see. You don't need to see who they are. That's very much um that's very much an invitation for you to move forward without them in your life. Which Renee, why are you letting assholes like that access you? Baby boo, you are not the whipping girl no more. You don't need to do that. They will never see you as a good person because they're incapable of even grasping the definition of what a good person is. You don't need to keep punishing yourself by remaining in proximity, and you don't need to keep testing yourself by remaining in proximity. That's one of the things I had to learn. It was a very difficult thing to learn, but I had to learn that where I would tell myself that if I don't stay away, then it's like I'm being weak and childish by blocking people who, do these kind of things to me and make me feel this type of way. No, what's childish, immature, and just flat out ugly is not loving yourself enough to cut the access of the people who are incapable of loving you in the way you clearly deserve, right? So, ooh, okay. Celestial teacher in reverse. Sometimes what we think is a lesson is actually an invitation to apply what you've learned regarding boundaries, right? What did we talk about yesterday? We were talking about if a divine masculine does not conduct himself in the way that a divine masculine is designed to conduct himself, which is enforcing the boundaries that are set by the feminine, um, then we really can't call them a divine masculine. We cannot categorize them as a divine anything, right? So this is your divine masculine now needing to enforce the boundaries that your sacred feminine has established. We were not looking for a man to do this for us. We're looking to allow our masculine aspects to be the very thing that rushes forward to enforce the boundaries that we know are healthy for us. Again, this complication is creating powerful opportunities, right? Ooh, ooh. Babies deserve better than to see their mother poorly treated. I 100% believe that. Babies deserve better than to see their mother poorly treated, as well as their father too, you know? I will never allow my children to be in a space where I am aware in advance that there is even a potential for their mother or their father to be disrespected by someone outside of our family nucleus, right? No, never, never. I will never allow that ever again. No. I used to feel like, well, we can't avoid everything. We can't avoid everyone. Here's the thing, I'm not avoiding everything or everyone. I'm consciously choosing to abstain from allowing known highly toxic individuals from having access to myself, my husband, and my children. That is not childish. That does not come from a place of fear. That is a very evolved type of decision, because now you're exiting out of societal programs. You're exiting out of cultural programs that tell you that if someone has a specific title like family, parent, cousin, whatever it is, that they should be allowed to continue to have the access and be allowed to behave in whatever way they choose. Not unless you want my big ass fucking hobbit foot up your ass and then the other one down your throat. I don't fucking think so. At this point, no more. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. At this point, no more. And if you want more, I'll give you more. Up your ass and down your throat. You know I wear a size 9 shoe, right? Right? I got hobbit proportions. I don't give a fuck. Mhm. Mhm. No more. If I don't want to be forced to revert back to a space of aggression that I'm capable of reaching, I need to not allow myself to be in environments that invite that out and make it damn near impossible for me to say no. It's about knowing yourself. Maybe at some point further down in my journey, right? Um, I will have reached a level of maturity where others cannot affect me in that way anymore. It's specific people. It's not just others. It is specific people. Um, And once I reach a space in my journey where I've reached that level of maturity, then yeah, I can allow myself to be in those environments and not be bothered, not be triggered, not become reactive. But until I do, I have an obligation to myself as well as to my husband and children to not allow myself to be in environments where I can't control myself. Because some people, because of the history, they just be trying. I'll be like, I will choke slam the shit out of you. And I should not. So we will not be coming to your party. My hair is just irritating me. Hold on, hold on. You want to be wild? There. You want to be wild too? There. Okay, let's make sure it's even. Yes, it's even. Okay. No, 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 no. Don't, do not. Oh my God. Oh, that's so sad. Oh shit. That's why you're slipping. Let me just turn you around. Grip, baby, grip. Come on now, grip, baby, grip. Keep gripping it. Don't let go. You can do it. You can do it. Breathe through it. Stop. Just stay there. Okay. What was I going to say? Yes, you're receiving messages from soul, right? You're receiving so many downloads, and I'm kind of feeling like you're to some degree oblivious of the messages that soul is giving you. Um, if you allow yourself to continue to be oblivious to the messages of soul, what ends up happening is you start to think that you have no choices, no options, when in reality, soul is actually providing you advanced knowledge of so many options that are being offered to you. It's just if you don't know what's being offered, you don't know what your options are. Mindy, boo, you just know me so well. You know me so well. Yo, you're like poor weeds and hair clips of people. Yeah, I will choke slam you all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big person, but I do have big hands. Big hands and big feet. And I can fight. Not just fight, but your girl knows how to grapple. Not just grapple, but I know how to use fulcrum. So I don't need to be bigger than you to take your ass down. I'm just saying, I can't either, girl. I can't either. But we're going to try. We're going to try. Okay. I'm just, yeah. Okay. Let me stop. Okay. Be fearless. Be fearless in your willingness to observe and really be aware of what options are being given to you by soul. Okay. Be fearless. Be fearless. Don't be afraid. You know, don't be afraid. Also, don't be afraid to take a time out. If you're too exhausted, if you can't cope, if you are overwhelmed, overstimulated, or any of that, take a time out. You've earned it. You've earned it. Okay. Um, and also, a new chapter is being created right now. You're the author. Now, soul and the people in your life are very much like subconsciously encouraging certain details to be written about by you, to be included in the new chapter, right? So you got to be very careful about who you allow near you. If if you allow someone to have access to you during this period who is just absolutely committed to trying to convince you that that you're unworthy and that all of these other things, what ends up happening is that enters into your next chapter. You unknowingly begin to sprinkle some of that type of energy, mindset, expectation into the next chapter that you are in the process of writing, aka manifesting. Okay. This is why I don't allow other people um to have access to me who are negative for me. Like, for example, this person that just commented on Facebook offering 10 free people readings about their life and that they'll provide a solution to whatever they see in their life. Did you see me blocking you? Did you see me ban you? Did you see that I was the one today? Hey, fuck out of here. Did you see that? You didn't see that, did you? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, right? Let me delete your comment. Oh, it's one of those days. It's just one of them things that a girl goes through when I'm snarky inside and I'll fucking take it out on you. I'm just saying. I'm saying. I'm a fire starter. Prolific fire starter. Okay, stop. Bitch, behave. I can't. I can't. People are inviting me to misbehave. Okay, stop. Just behave. Okay, ha ha ha. That was funny. Behave. Ooh. Ooh. Big bold vision. Big bold vision. But it's in reverse. So this is about being aware that some of the things you're planning for yourself are really merely recycled concepts, recycled life circumstance that you haven't fully addressed, that you haven't fully allowed yourself to learn from. And I mean, if you need to go through it again, then I guess, go through it again. But my preference, my personal preference, which doesn't mean shit because it's your life, my personal preference is that you not waste your time repeating things that have caused you to feel very low and very questionable in your worth. I would prefer you not experience that again. I would prefer you learn the thing that you needed to learn from that so it doesn't have to repeat. But like I said, if you didn't learn the first time, life has a beautiful way of circling it back around, allowing it to gain more momentum as it circles around so that it can hit you even harder and finally get your attention as it arrives. Typically, if this has to happen, it's a very destructive process. Your sense of self, your personal peace, your relationships, they have a tendency to be the very things that are most negatively impacted by the destructive force of this lesson circling back around. So, what do I do as a solution for this? Um, so, I didn't realize I've been doing this for a large portion of my life. I thought it was just a coping mechanism. And then a couple of years back, became aware that it's actually not just a coping mechanism, it's full on alchemy, that I am creating alchemical change, that I am participating, consciously choosing to transmute, that it is a form of transmutation. So I make the analogy of you're jumping rope, and the rope is the drama, the circumstance, the struggle, the hardship, whatever you want to identify it as, right? So every time you jump up, the rope doesn't hit you in the ankles and knock you down. Instead, it just continues round and round and round it goes. So you can just continue jumping up and avoiding, but it's going to come back around. And eventually you're going to get tired and it's going to hit you, right? Or Or you can go ahead and self identify as a badass double Dutch mofo. And I remember when I was in grade school, I would be like, "Ah, oh, oh, jump in, and then you would be doing the jumping, 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 jumping. And then you had to be badass to be able to jump out, right? But that was a decision you would make when to jump out, when to jump in. You would have to time it. And that's kind of what I do with life. As the rope comes right before it hits me, I elevate myself and my frequency and my understanding, allow my awareness to expand temporarily beyond the confines of what I'm comfortable with, and it swoops down beneath me and it doesn't hit me. But here's the thing, I don't just do that. In the time it takes to make another revolution, I observe what I would have learned had that hit me, had I experienced that event. But now I can do it since I transmuted the hitting of my ankles into air. What I've now done is I've taken all of that emotional investment into whatever the circumstance is, and I can see clearly what this is designed to teach me. I don't know if other people do that, but I do that. I've been doing that since I was a small child. And because I don't have the emotional investment in that, I don't feel as disappointed, hurt, or any of that. I'm just like, okay, yeah, that would have sucked if that happened. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to learn. All right. Because if you learn what a situation is intended to teach you before the situation arrives, there is no need for that situation. because I mean, you've already learned it. It's like you've learned how to speak Spanish over the summer. Why do you need to take a Spanish class at the start of the school year? You don't, unless it's a higher level of Spanish, right? Is just like that. You won't need to take that lesson if you've already learned what that lesson is trying to teach you. And so you come from a legacy of light. You have forgotten the gravity of how profound you are, the gravity of your divine purpose. Take the time to remember it. Go through the motions that will help you to uncover the questions, the solutions, the answers to the questions, the solutions you're seeking. Um, who is that? Stop. Oh, you're a silly goose. Stop. Who is that? Imma call you out. I'm not gonna scan for who you are. I don't wanna know your identity because then it's gonna weird me out. But it's this thing of someone is just, like, watching and is like, "I just love her. Stop." What type of love? What type, like, platonic love? What type, like, highly respect, um, my brain type of love? Because I don't need no more stalkers. I'm just saying. We're in the process of purging out Swiss Satan. So, I mean, I will very humbly accept the honor of receiving love for my intellect, my perception. But if you're early stages of becoming a stalker, knock that shit off. I'm serious. I'm serious. Because I'm at a point in my life, I'm not going to be patient with future stalkers. I'm going to be vicious as fuck. Okay? Vicious as fuck. So, it's okay for you to love me in a platonic way. I'm okay with that. I tell a lot of people I love them. Queen of Hearts, I love you. Bailey, I love you. Otaku, I love you. Sea Ocean Soul, I love you. See, there's nothing wrong with loving people in a platonic way. You know what I'm saying? This is a space of tremendous love, but I don't know. Who are you? Who are you? You came in earlier in this live stream. I felt it. And then you went away. And now you're back. Mhm. Let me drink down some of my savagery. That's probably why you were timid in the beginning. I'll behave myself. I'll behave myself. I'm sorry. That's probably why you were timid. I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like I couldn't just keep ignoring that energy at this point. Okay. So carrying forward, there is something that's heaven sent. It is something that's going to help you to understand that you are heaven sent. This is an opportunity for you to really begin to understand what this is that you're in. You're in a process. And I don't think you even understand what that process is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think you're a stalker. If it was you, Bailey, I'd be like, Bailey, stop. This is someone who doesn't comment. They don't comment probably because they're going to be like, she's fucking crazy, but I love it. My husband loves that I'm a wild god. um, okay, I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have called you out. It just irritates me at this point. Like, stop. Because obviously I feel your energy. Why don't you just comment? Just comment and be like, okay, Emmy, it was me. Oh, hi. Hi. How are you? That's how that would go. And then that'd be it. I would continue reading. Okay. Shock of the new in reverse. This is not something new. It's not new. It's something that you've been aware of. It's something you've been dealing with. It's something that's probably been like nagging and tugging at some corner of your mind. Oh my God, there's this song that comes. Oh, because fucking I don't have my phone. Hold on. Laneshka. Um, that's the name of the person. Okay. Okay. um, I don't remember the name of the song. Ah, it's something about going into the unexplored spaces of the back of your mind and finding these letters that have been folded and unfolding them, flattening out the creases in the process of getting to know you. Um, I don't know, but I think for some of you, there is an in real life connection that's needing to take place in order to give you a very well rounded understanding of yourself, your journey, your purpose, some of the decisions, some of the options, some of the circumstance. It feels like this is a person who has such a significant role to play when it comes to your unfoldment, when it comes to you in the process of blooming, blossoming. Um, yeah. Oh, oops. Oops. Um, I don't think they're on the live stream anymore because I couldn't help myself. Well, to whoever that was, I wonder if you're supposed to contribute something important to my unfoldment. I'm sorry for weirding you out. Stop though. That's what I do. I weird people out. So if you do watch this, oh, why don't you just like privately email or something or like comment? Because if we need to interact, like you need to fucking interact with me. You're not gonna get around it. I mean, if you're coming to live streams as frequently as I assume you're coming, I mean, you might as well progress to the next part, which is, oh, you know what? I should probably stop. Because what's going to happen is someone who I'm not even trying to address is going to think like, "Oh my god, she's talking to me. This is my chance to shoot my shot." People just fucking get weird with me like, okay? I mean, is not meant to be on my ring finger. I'm married. I'm married. I'm fucking married. Leave me alone. I'm talking about whoever is going to contribute to my learning, not potential stalkers. Leave me alone. Okay, let me stop fucking around and get this reading done with so that I can get ready for class. Okay, inspiration. Whoever this is for you, I feel like you feel like they're a complication. That's fine. But they're going to be serving as inspiration for you to get to the next part of your life, right? All right. You know what's gonna happen once I'm done with this live stream? My husband's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing on the live streams again?" What? You know, I don't have social skills, and I don't know how people. I don't understand how people function because I don't act that way. I am not disrespectful of people's spaces. So it doesn't dawn on me until after it dawns on me that potentially what I said in a very benign manner could potentially, possibly invite really unhealthy people to try and infiltrate my life. It is okay. It is okay. I've made it clear. Leave me alone, crazy people. Card number 35, conscious connections. Yeah, so this is someone you have a conscious connection with. I already looked in advance. It's not a twin flame thing. That's why I went balls to the wall. I was like, why don't you just comment? Okay, it's not a twin flame thing. Oh. Um, Card number 21. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. So you got a few eggs cooking in that brain of yours. You got some stuff going on that you're thinking about that you're being all broody over. You have the mindset of a hermit, but we're needing to take a look at the way the lack of what is all this black shit on my hand? Oh, it's eyeliner. I don't like shit on my hands. I don't like dirty nails. You know what I'm saying? It's gross. One of the things that I found the most absolute sexiest about my husband is how meticulous this man is regarding keeping clean fingernails. You should know what I'm saying. He's a grease monkey. He is. He is a sultry, brown skinned grease monkey. And he wears gloves when he goes tinkering on his car. And I love that. And he requests that special soaps with pumice in it are purchased to properly cleanse cleanse the fingernails. Yes, yes. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I love it when people tinker with vehicles and other mechanical things. That's hot. That's hot. Okay. So you're needing to take a good hard look at the things you don't want to say, whoever this is. You don't want to say it. The gears are churning and turning, but is not going anywhere because you're refusing to connect with the other cogs that are part of the machine that you function in. So you're just spinning in place. You're just spinning in place. Whoever this is, they're just spinning in place, taking themselves on a magic carpet ride. Hmm. You got to stop messing with yourself like that. You got to stop gaslighting yourself into a space of conformity. You got to just, take it all away. Oh, I already did these cards. Why did I put it back there? Girl, you're not paying attention. I need to pay attention. So be the hunter, not the hunted in reverse, right? Be the hunter, not the hunted. What does this mean? This means you have to stop giving and allow yourself to start receiving. This means you haven't been allowing yourself to receive. You are being called out by soul. You have to allow. Card number 44, visions of life beyond death. Whoever this is, I don't know if it's you or if it's your cross watcher or what have you. They can't get past the point of how they just cease to exist as a person they are the moment they were no longer around you. They ceased to exist. They lost such a huge part of themselves. That's sad. That's sad. Um, is this someone you know? Is this like someone from your history, from this life? Like, um, mm. It's weird. This is weird because it's almost like this sense of it is someone you know, but it's like they hide. They hide. They try and conceal. They try and cloak themselves. But I don't know that it's someone you were in a relationship with. It feels more like someone who you interacted with for a period. um, Someone who is like a perfect mirror of you. Hmm, I don't know. Let's see what the cards say. Ooh, okay. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 mm-hmm. Okay. There's a major complication on the scene. This is something that you really don't want to believe. This is something that you don't want to accept that you're already aware of. This is something that maybe you have dismissed as like a betrayal in the past, but they didn't actually betray you. And you can't keep hiding this from yourself. It's coming full circle. It's rising to the surface. And this is something that's going to give you a perfect opportunity to level up, expand your awareness, and reach new dimensions of awareness and understanding. It's not enough to reach new levels of awareness and understanding. You also have to reach new levels of self-love, self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, right? There's a lot of dark interference. So I don't know if for you and for whoever the cross watcher is, there's a lot of interference going on. Maybe people, maybe you or they are going to people that are trusted, that don't quite understand the situation, and one or both of you is receiving poor advice. I mean, not everyone can serve it up like Emmy do. That was so pretentious. I'm totally just kidding. But seriously, on a serious note, um, not everyone can give you the type of guidance at the level of divinity that you are seeking. It doesn't make them a bad person. It doesn't mean that the person you're seeking guidance from is intentionally trying to mislead you. It's just they're not aligned for the type of information that you're trying to gain clarity on. Okay. So that's kind of the feeling that um, there's interference going on. You need to allow yourself to observe, to be very aware of how people's opinions are actually very negatively affecting how they advise you in this time. This is not making sense to me, but that's what I'm being led to feel and share. Like someone's advice is just not, it's not going to benefit you, and it's going to create more issues for you. It's going to prolong and further compound what you have already been hurting so heavily over. Mhm. You just need a fucking hug. Someone needs to hug you. I'm serious. I'm not joking. Someone needs to hug you because you're feeling so alone. I don't know who this is, but you're feeling so alone. You know what? I need to have some type of event where all of us can come together as a community, and not the weird people, not the weird people that I don't want anything to do with. Okay. But all of us can come together as a community and just have a hug fest. But don't touch me. Maybe it can be a virtual event. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it right now. If you'd like to feel a hug from me, except the people who I've already banished, and you're aware I banished you for being an asshole. You don't get anything from me. I don't care how many fucking accounts you make. But for the rest of you, just put hug. Hashtag hug. Hashtag hug. Let me get a song up. Okay. Because I know a lot of us are feeling extra sensitive lately. Being completely serious now. So many of us are feeling extra sensitive, extra alone, extra confused. It makes me very sad for a lot of people. So if you want to feel a hug, whether you're watching live or recorded, do hashtag hug. Breathe very deep, very slow. Feel the rhythm of your heart begin to match my own. Feel the energies gently draped across your shoulders. For those who would like to experience I'm flooding this field with my energy. Feel my energy caress your shoulders. Feel it wrap around you like a warm, tingly blanket. Feel my hand gently on your chest. I am right there with you. Feel me holding your hand. Feel the emotions rising up. Feel my hand caressing your cheek. are so very loved. Feel the tingly warmth and the sensation of ice fire. Remember this feeling. Take it with you everywhere you go. Take one more deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Allow yourself to come back to center. Rejoin me in this space that we share. How do you feel? You are loved and supported in more ways than you're capable of quantifying and accepting. Take that feeling with you everywhere you go. I am merely a conduit used by creation to give you the things that you need in the time that you need it. Stay patient with me. Stay patient. What you felt, what you felt, that is what I'm trying to create for our world. It will take me time. That is the feeling, the energy, the environment that is worthy of us. Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, this was the feeling in every tribe across all nations. This is how we used to live. And to bring that back, that is my purpose. Not by force, not by coercion, but by simply inviting you to join me in a space so safe that you can finally dismantle the walls and feel the love of everyone around you. I'm very stubborn. Very, very stubborn. So when I tell you, I will not stop until this comes to fruition. You can bank on that. You can absolutely bank on that. When it comes to things involving my soul's purpose, I say this with conviction. When it comes to things involving my soul's purpose, I will always be the winning bet. Underdog or not, if it ties into my divine purpose, I will always be the winning bet because I will not stop until I overcome any and all challenges and interference. And this is the same approach you need to have about your self healing, self love, your shadow work, your acceptance of your divine purpose. This complication is creating powerful opportunities for you to reach spaces within yourself where more of your personal power is stored. There will be continued attempts to interfere with your process. It will come from sacral connections. It will come from solar plexus issues. This is about people who you love, people who claim to love you, creating interference intentionally and oftentimes not so intentionally. This is about the circumstances and interactions and connections that further distort your perception of your personal power and your authority over yourself and your life. And they will not stop. It will not naturally end because there's nothing powerful and supportive of your growth that would cause it to end. The struggle that you perceive is the very circumstance that is initiating your growth, the expansion of your awareness and capacity. If you are simply going to be nothing but the same set of reactions and coping mechanisms for what you're dealing with right now, you will not go anywhere in life. I say that with love. I say that with love because I want you to go places. I want you to explore your potential and capacity. I want you to see the world. I think one of the most horrendous things that we force upon ourselves is physical and geographic stagnation. What does that mean? As someone who has lived as a transient for several years, I've seen so many different cultures and subcultures and regions and countries and states. Is that me bragging? No. There are people who have traveled far more than me. And I typically don't travel for vacation. I typically travel because freaking soul can't sit still. It's not me bragging. No. I have a more developed and more refined awareness after every new place I visit, from the interactions with people who have different belief structures, different cultures, different even dietary preferences, being exposed to that along with different landscapes, different energies, different ley lines. It changes me. It opens me further. It gives me a better idea of what I am drawn to and what types of things I am not drawn to and do not want around me. It gives me the opportunity to more powerfully and more accurately define my life, my existence, my preferences, down to the way I articulate my thoughts and insecurities. Don't stay in one place. Allow yourself to flow. Whether it's traveling, whether it's moving, allow. Every time you travel, every time you move, it creates a ripple of complications that don't have to be seen as complications. They can easily be reframed within your thoughts, your mind, and your sight as nothing but an interesting development that leads to further growth. One time, I was purchasing plane tickets for international travel, and I was trying to get the cheapest tickets. And because somebody kept talking to me and talking to me and talking to me, hello, ADHD. I got dyslexia. Stop talking to me. I mistakenly booked this flight that, yes, it was the cheapest and it left the soonest because we needed to leave ASAP. And what I found out as we were rushing to the airport, we only had a couple of hours to prepare. The flight back home, for some reason, I did not notice there was something like a 19-hour layover in Korea. I was like, oh, Jesus. And I had toddlers with me. I was like, it'll work out. Maybe we can explore the airport. Maybe we can rent a car and explore Korea. It'll work out. It'll be interesting. And maybe I just needed to be in Korea for 19 hours. And we did it. We got through it. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a complication. It wasn't any of that. It was fascinating. It was fascinating, right? You have this thing that you do that causes you to believe that you're incapable of overcoming the most fascinating developments because you believe there are complications and additional compounding of hardship. It's only hard if you don't want to do it. I'm serious. It's only hard if you don't want to do it. Earlier today, I went to the gym, right? I do full body workouts. And for today's workout plan, I had mixed in there deadlifts, deadlifts on the Smith machine. And I believe I was deadlifting way over 200 pounds. I know that for a fact with the amount of plates I had on. And so the first set I was trying to max out. It was super heavy. It was hard. It was challenging, but I did it. And I was like, go girl. And then for the second set, I didn't add weights, but I also didn't take any away. And I really didn't want to do it. And for some reason, I couldn't lift the bar. And I was like, is my form wrong? What the frick is going on? And so what I did was I completely detached my wrist straps. I stood up and I was like, stop, stop, get out of your head, get into the form, focus on the technique, focus on what you're using to drive yourself upwards. Got back on the plates that I used to elevate myself because, your girl is short and I needed the plates so that I could properly deadlift. And I wrapped my wrist back on there, checked my form, checked it again, positioned myself with a proud chest, created tension, which is you tug it, but you don't lift it yet. And I was like, okay. And then I sat there for another 10 seconds or so, rechecking my form. And then I had to tell myself, honey, other people are waiting to use this Smith machine. Lift it or let it go. At which point I said, I'm not a fucking quitter. And then I said, push, push, push. At which point I deadlifted over 200 something pounds multiple times. And when I thought I couldn't anymore, I was like, rock one more out, boo. You got this. And I did. And then I dropped that shit and I let it go. And I was like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. You're going to hurt yourself at this point, which is true. I maxed out and that's that. But it's the whole thought of like, oh my God, this is going to be hard. Oh my God, what if I herniate my disc? Oh my God, what if my hips are not level? Oh my God, what if, yeah, stop, stop. Stop with all the, oh my God, excuses as to why you are going to fail at something you haven't even tried yet. That second set, my only goal was to at least lift it one time so that I could show myself, like, okay, I was just in my head. And when I lifted it that one time, I didn't let go. I kept going. Why? To show off? No, because tons of people in that gym can lift way heavier than me. So why did I keep going? Because I still had it in me to go. Well, if you still had it in you to go, then why did you stop? Because I realized I didn't have enough for that final one to be able to do it with proper form in a safe manner that will prevent injury. So I stopped. I still had a little bit, but not enough to do it properly, to be responsible for myself, my form, and my safety. This is about knowing yourself, where you're at within your mind, and how that translates to the ways in which you will be sabotaging or supporting your efforts. This complication is creating powerful opportunities. Very powerful opportunities. Opportunities not for you to prove to other people what you're capable of, but to prove to you that your fears can never and should never be more powerful and more loud than your belief in your ability to persevere. Should never be louder than that. You should never have more fear than you do courage in the face of that fear. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to have a few doubts. It's not okay to sabotage yourself before you even try. It's not okay. And you need to get out of that cycle. You need to stop with that. That comes from a belief structure, a belief system, um, a dogma that was programmed into you by people who don't believe in themselves. It's okay. It's okay. The parts of you that you think are falling off, the people that are being sloughed off of you. You think you're losing everyone, right? You're simply shedding the things you've outgrown, much like a snake. And I know snakes get a bad rap. Much like a snake sheds its skin. When you've outgrown the life and the environments that have kept you very much confined to the same spaces of stagnation and self hatred, self rejection, self sabotage, you need to shed it or you get sick. If a snake cannot shed its skin, it gets sick. We used to own quite a few snakes growing up. Big snakes, reticulated ball pythons, like big mofos. And it's this thing of it's very healthy to shed what you have outgrown. It's not you tossing people away. It's not you acting as though people are disposable unless you know you are, at which point, stop that. That's a coping mechanism. That's a trauma response. You deserve proper connection, long-term connection, right? But you also need to remember that, some of these things that you think is merely a trauma response, it's actually your life protecting you. It's your life protecting you and removing access to you by the people who want to take advantage of the fact that you are uncertain of who you are still. I used to have these associates where ugh, I thought it was a friendship. I'm just I have Asperger's, and so I'm not good at reading social cues. I don't understand much of social cues. Um, and I thought it was a genuine friendship. I can laugh about it now. I really, really thought that we were building some BFF hood there. You know what I'm saying? And the reality was it was not a friendship. It was a transactional relationship. Um, and the moment they were no longer going to be able to continue to receive the beneficial transactions due to their association with me, shit really hit the fan. Not because I threw it, but because they thought that I was just some replaceable POS. Which, yeah, I mean, you can try to replace me. You can toss me away. That's fine. I will never let you back in, but that's fine. I don't need to be there. You don't want me around. I won't be there. That's just my logic. And here's the thing though, the very person who tossed me aside, the moment they got it into their caca ass mind that they were going to replace me, take my proper place, they then got pissed off that I walked away and wouldn't engage in the bullshit drama they kept trying to perpetuate in order to build an audience off of my back, my shoulders, and my tailcoat. Fuck you, bitch. I don't give a shit. You weren't done yet? Too fucking bad. You already tossed me out. Why are you fucking tripping that I quietly walked away? And then there were accusations of Emmy just throws people away like she does her underwear. Well, first off, First off, this is going to be TMI, but I have a nerve injury and my sacrum that doesn't allow me to wear that shit unless it's my husband's boxers or granny ass panties that I could tuck my saggy boobs in. So, har, to you. Yeah, could you believe that? You didn't want me around, but then you wanted to shame me for shedding the layers of me that I've outgrown, those very layers that gave you the access to me that you benefited from. I've learned to not care when people consider me an asshole for um walking away. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and just walk away. I don't need to talk shit about you. I don't need, like, I'm good. I'm just good, you know? That's that. I'm not going to make myself unhealthy because you weren't done and you weren't ready to be shed. That's a natural process of things. It's a natural process of things. You have to be willing to let go. It's true, Mindy. It's true. Granny panties that I can tuck my boobies into. I mean, hold up. No, I don't. Stop. Granny panties do have a use. Like, because you know that time where everyone was super into like ultra low rise, that fucking damaged my nerve because I don't have an ass. Well, I'm starting to again, but I didn't during that period. I didn't, so it kept falling down, and then it kept pinching my nerve, and I injured myself. I'm delicate. So, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. My health comes first. So, if I feel the need to have some chonies on, I'm going to wear workout pants. Yes. I wear long johns as chonies because they go all the way up. And, try it sometime. Try using workout pants as chonies. I'm being serious. It's good. The compression helps with the return of your blood from your lower extremities. It supports. Okay. Anyways, that's my life advice for today. Progression, Sejal. You're gonna continue to progress. Don't be scared of the way you progress. Okay? You might feel scared of the way you progress. It's just gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna get through it. You're gonna work it out. Just walk it out. Just walk it out. Yeah, boxer briefs are good. They good. They good. The other day, I don't know, I found someone's undies in the clean clothes and I put them on. And my husband's like, "Whose underwear are you wearing?" I thought it was his. Don't let my kids find out. I was wearing one of theirs. And I was like, "Shh, don't stop talking so loud. Our kids are going to hear you and they're going to be mad at me for wearing their underwear." What? It was freshly washed. Do you not know how to wash clothes? They were like, "Oh my God, that's so gross." You don't know how to wash clothes, huh? Do you wipe more than one time? Because, I mean, unless you got dookie stains and not properly washing, what's nasty about it? It's freshly washed. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I put that bitch on. It fit. It fit. Okay. If it fits, put it on. Wear it. Be comfy. Wear the character that fits you the best right now. And then let yourself shine because that's what you were designed to do. All right? I'm done sharing my wisdom. I'm done sharing my wisdom with y'all. I gotta go. Class gonna start at some point, and I need to prepare. If y'all could please give this video a thumbs up If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Wait for me to come live again. Also, if you'd like to learn how to work your energy the way I work my own, you can visit. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Uh, so it's not here. Okay. Okay. Well, here goes. You could purchase a ticket for the whole Being Wellness Workshop at k33academy.com/store/WBW-workshop. That's the next workshop I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be sending everyone who's part of that an email to let you know when we're rescheduling that for. I wasn't able to do it. As you know, the world tried to kill me that day. Covidia tried. You failed, biatch. Okay, I should stop. So yeah, check it out. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. If you'd like to join any of my other programs, I do have a certification program coming up. I also run an ongoing membership where I teach all kinds of amazing things. Go to k33academy.com or you can access it through soulworksynergistics.com/academy. You can find all of that there. You can also book a private session with me on emmyevolving.com. I got to get going. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And one last piece of advice. I'm absolutely serious when I say carry that feeling from the hug with you everywhere you go. Carry it with you. Let it be your security blanket. Let it be like your binky. Let it be whatever it is you need in the moment you need it the most. Carry it with you everywhere you go. I love you guys. I'll see you again very soon. Bye, everyone.